What's going on, everybody? I'm Caleb. Welcome back to Caleb's Kung Fu Cinema. Today on the show, we have a brand new installment of the Heroic Bloodshed Corner. This is a long-awaited installment, I should add. Today, for this episode, we're going to be looking at Rich and Famous. So Rich and Famous is a... wait a second. Much better. So Rich and Famous is a 1987 Heroic Bloodshed film directed by Taylor Wong. And for the cast, we have Andy Lau, Alex Mann, Chow Yun-fat, and Alan Tam. So yeah, this movie was interesting. I'm gonna try to keep this short. I'll try not to spoil anything for you guys. But yeah, I really do enjoy this movie as far as a film that is like very character and very story driven. Everybody knows that I'm very much an action person, but that doesn't mean I don't like films that are more focused on story and character. This is no exception. They do a pretty good job. Andy Lau and Alex Mann's characters are both very interesting. They play brothers who get roped up in a pretty big gambling debt, and then in order to kind of get out of that situation, they go to Chow Yun-fat's character, who is a triad boss. They go to him for help, and then they, as years go on, they both just get deeper and deeper into the criminal underworld, and they both end up going in very different directions. Andy Lau's character becomes, the very reliable and very loyal, soldier for Chow Yun-fat's gang. And then Alex Mann's character, on the other hand, he's much more brash and much more hot-headed and kind of wants to take center stage and call the shots and stuff like that. And his decisions do not sit well with Chow Yun-fat's character, and yeah, both of these guys just end up going in very different directions. It was very interesting to see how Alex Mann's character evolved. It was really interesting to see how much he changed throughout the movie, and then especially when we get up to the finale, he goes like very far and does some pretty extreme things. And again, it's really interesting to see how his character evolved right there, because you would think him and Andy Lau's characters being as close as they are, you would think that he has a little bit more compassion for Andy's character, but towards the end when he gets kicked out, again, I'm not trying to spoil anything, but I won't say what happens and everything, but there is a point where he does have to part ways with Chow Yun-fat's group, and after that, yeah, he becomes like very sadistic and stuff like that, and again, yeah, an interesting device for the story. From what I do understand, I haven't seen Tragic Hero, which is the sequel to Rich and Famous, but from what I understand, his character becomes much more intense and stuff like that in the sequel. And as far as action goes, I'm probably gonna like Tragic Hero a little bit more. We'll see where it goes. I do need to check it out, and of course that will be the next installment here on the Heroic Bloodshed Corner. But anyway, back to Rich and Famous. I do recommend this movie if anyone likes something that's like very, very character driven and stuff like that. So I do like what they do here. And it's really cool to see Chow Yun-fat's character. His character is also very interesting. He's like a very no nonsense leader, and he's strict and stuff like that. But at the same time, you also see a lot of moments where he's a pretty nice guy, and he's an understanding guy in certain situations. There's another character who is played by Alan Tam. His character is also pretty cool. A lot of the comedy relief comes from him. And again, I won't spoil anything, but I do like where things ended with his character. Again, he also evolved in a few different ways too. So I like where things went with him. He does provide some comedy relief. If I had a few criticisms for this film, one would be there is not a lot of action. There are a few action scenes, and they are good. I mean, there's some good shootout, a good car chase sequence. So I do like those, but at the same time, I just like really wish there was more. Like the action bug was like really getting to me for this one, and I wish they had done a little bit more. But again, I do still like what they did with the characters. I like how they wanted to go the character route for this one, and from what I understand, Tragic Hero has much more action. So again, I may enjoy that a little bit more, but we'll see whenever I'm able to get to that one. But yeah, Rich and Famous, I definitely do recommend that movie if you guys again want to see something that focuses a lot on character and has all the central characters evolve in very different ways. I think you would probably enjoy this movie. That's basically all I have to say about that one. I know this is a pretty short and sweet one, but yeah, I just think I think I would probably enjoy Tragic Hero a little bit more, but that's not to say Rich and Famous is a bad movie. I did enjoy this overall, and it does have some cool moments. But yeah, as far as I know right now, they're the best way to watch it. Sorry, I'll rephrase it and say the best way. The best way to watch it is from Eureka Entertainment's Blu-ray. They released this recently, and it's a double feature. We got obviously Rich and Famous, and then Tragic Hero. Again, this will be next, so we'll see what happens there. But yeah, if you guys have a region free player, or if you live in region B, I would recommend you guys pick this one up, because this is probably the best way to watch it. So yeah, that's it for that one. I do appreciate everybody tuning in and watching this. I know it's been a while since I did this, and this is a really long-awaited installment of the Heroic Bloodshed Corner. But it took longer than I wanted to, because Thanksgiving was coming up, and so things were kind of crazy there. And then I also got a little sick, so I was kind of just sick on and off for the last week or so. But yeah, other than that, I'm completely good now, and I'm glad I finally got around to doing this and checking this movie out, because I'm glad I did, even if it's not exactly what I was looking for in the Heroic Bloodshed department. I did still really enjoy the movie. But anyway, up next will be Tragic Hero, so that'll be the next one. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment, and all that good stuff. Let me know in the comments what you think of Rich and Famous, and if there's anything I should expect from Tragic Hero. I'd love to hear from you guys as well on that. And of course, tell me which one you think is better, Rich and Famous or Tragic Hero. So yeah, that's it for this one. So thank you once again, and I will see you guys in the next video.